South Korea's netizens are having a field day over Samsung's arrested boss. Ever since a widespread presidential scandal erupted in South Korea in late October last year, the thickening plot has unfolded like the greatest K-drama ever told. Netizens have already been dreaming up the cast list for that inevitable flick. Just months after the explosive battery scandal that has sent Samsung's brand image plummeting in the US, Vice President Lee Jae-yong was grilled for days about how mystery woman Choi Soon-sil, President Park Geun-hye's age-old friend, used her influence, for one, to get the conglomerate to contribute millions of dollars to apparent slush funds she controlled. After slipping through the net on earlier attempts of retaining him, Lee was finally arrested on Friday, the first chief in Samsung history to be put behind bars. Lee's arrest could have a long-term effect on the local economy, as Samsung contributes anywhere from 13 to 25% of the gross domestic product. While critics say that Lee's absence will not affect the day-to-day operations, the Titanic without its captain could eventually drift off course. With such weight placed on one company, Samsung's downfall is no laughing matter, but netizens think otherwise. While South Korean social media doesn't quite share the West's meme culture of cat gifs and obnoxiously big text, Koreans are no strangers to satire. Perhaps to make light of the impending political and economic instability that could rattle the country this year, netizens are providing some comic relief, celebrating that the country's not-so-secret old ties between Korea's biggest conglomerate and the presidential house itself are finally being hung to dry. The first one from Samsung to be placed under arrest, tweeted the popular Moon Young-sik, a Democratic Party activist and founder of local live-streaming channel Africa TV. Now all that's left is Park Geun-hye's impeachment and detention. In the scene above, mimicking veteran singer Kim Jong-seo's recent performance of his hit, Beautiful Restriction, on a popular singing competition show, Lee serenades the weeping president in the parody, Beautiful Imprisonment, feat. Park Geun-hye, with the line, "Finally, me, for the first time, me," as the handcuffed Samsung boss made the perp walk over the weekend. He won't be alone, at least. He's joining other suspects engulfed in this scandal, including, from left to right, former Chief of Staff Kim Ki-chun, former Culture Minister Cho Yoon-sun, and the alleged mastermind of it all, Choi Soon-sil. Kim and Cho had been allegedly abusing their power to form blacklists of cultural figures that didn't align with the government. Meanwhile, on top of allegations that Samsung was bankrolling a slush fund for Choi and her family, the conglomerate allegedly gave her 8 billion won, $7 million, for a fancy house in Germany and a gift horse for Choi's daughter, the Olympic aspirant Chung Ura, who had hopes of competing in the equestrian sport of dressage. Here, while the Samsung chief bides his time, his toy horse prances around the jail carrying a silly message akin to "Oh, hi. Choi and Kim see Lee coming into prison, relieved, oh, the chief came to save us." Lee replies, "Nope, I got caught too." With the scandal gaining pace, it seems no one is safe from the grasp of justice. "Aren't we going too far?" the horse asks the driver. The lies are also getting uncovered. "Since it has come to this, we have to see it through to the end. It's too late to go back," the hurried driver says, leaving the fallen Lee, President Park, and her political party in their dust. Artist Yoon Seoin, who designed the horse driver comic, joked that people love watching successful people get screwed over. "People who look at others and feel catharsis, they would feel excited looking at Lee Jae-yong getting arrested," he said on Facebook. The big question for South Korea is whether this scandal is big enough to break age-old ties between government and big business. The power of conglomerates have strong economic, political, and social influences on the country, so a changing tide could either lead to a fairer economy and law-abiding democracy, or total destruction. "I do not care whether my country gets ruined or not," Yoon added. "Since my life is not good anyway, I am going to watch others get ruined."